But the president.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Right now, you see more humanitarian aid coming into Gaza than it has any time in the past 5 years.
That's a lie. Yesterday, Turning Point USA held an event at the University of Georgia. J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, the big draw, the star guest.
Well, he was a fill-in.
Yeah, Erica Kirk was their first choice. She was supposed to appear alongside him, but she says that she received death threats. We'll get to that in a second.
Send in the second in line to the presidency in case it's unsafe there.
This is here some footage of this barnstorming event at University of Georgia.
This is from Jake Traylor.
It doesn't bother me when he speaks on issues today, frankly, even when I disagree with how he's applying particular principles. So the most obvious example is...
So...
Rehearsal?
Yeah. No, not rehearsal. That was in the middle of the event. They could have hosted that in, like... They don't even need to rent out the Marriott Ballroom. They could have hosted that in, like...
At the 40 Watt, which is like a rock club in downtown Athens.
Right.
Brian flexing his Athens knowledge.
There you go.
It's pretty famous.
They could have hosted that in, like, the basement of a church. But not a Catholic church, obviously, because I'm not sure if J.D. Vance can enter a Catholic church right now without bursting into flames.
Schismatics are welcome.
So just a general kind of... look at the enthusiasm or lack thereof right now with the Trump administration. You know, the campaign that in 2024 said that they were going to start no new wars and that they were going to fix the economy. And Trump tried to take Greenland, tried to take the Panama Canal, captured Maduro, kidnapped him from Venezuela, and then started war and has been bombing illegally drug boats, or boats they claim are drug boats without evidence, off the coast of the United States, and has now started the war that every previous president was able to understand would be a disaster. Trump was high on his own supply and started that war, and in part is tanking the economy because of the price increases from his own war. So that was the campaign promise that J.D. Vance and Trump ran on. And you can imagine that some of the core supporters aren't that happy about that kind of thing, may not be excited to show up for J.D. Vance's event. Just a quick aside before we get to what he said. Candace Owens pointed out on Twitter in her never-ending feud with Erica Kirk that perhaps Miss Erica Kirk's claims that it was a security problem.
I was so looking forward to tonight's event at the University of Georgia. I already don't believe you. With our Vice President, J.D. Vance, but after all our family has been through, I take my security team's recommendations extremely seriously. Mm-hmm. Thank you to our amazing Georgia chapter for your support. Where were they guarding your feelings?
Candace says, stop. This is exhausting. You pulled out because of bad ticket sales. For the same
sales, they were free.
It's exactly right. They were free too, subsidized by some billionaire. You couldn't you couldn't pay people to come to this. Maybe you could, but that would have meant that the arena was 10% filled instead of 5%. Right. Candace Owens says,
not selling all that merch for, to give it back to these hogs.
You pulled out because of bad ticket sales for the same reason TP Faith had to reschedule the Pastor Summit and various other events quietly. People don't believe you and don't line up for you because you struggle to tell the truth. This stupid feud is very funny to me. But what's more interesting and exciting is the lack of enthusiasm. Hope
this is all horrible for them.
One of the 10 people that showed up to hear J.D. Vance speak was a righteous heckler who decided to call him out about the administration's complicity in the genocide in Gaza, amongst other war crimes and atrocities. Here's part one of J.D. Vance's exchange with this heckler at this event.
I like that the Pope is an advocate for peace. I think that's certainly one of his roles. On the other hand, how can you say that God is never on the side of those who wield the sword? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated France from the Nazis? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated?
Yeah, I think
the godless communists were on the right side of that, by the way.
right, and like I just a little bit of logic here. Like, just because maybe like it was good to fight the Nazis after they had started the war, that doesn't mean every war of choice is good.
No, the Nazis were committing genocide, and that's why fighting them was just. You know who's committing genocide right now? You and Israel. So the invocation of World War II and the Holocaust is Holocaust denial. It denies the power dynamics at play. It denies the industrial scale of the genocide that is comparable to the industrial scale of Israel's genocide here. When you use the Holocaust and the Shoah in such a cynical manner, you engage in a form of denialism that, one, enables anti-Semitism, but two, enables the continuation of the genocide that you are complicit in. So I love this like completely smarmy loser lecturing the Pope when he converted to Catholicism, what, in 2018?
For Peter Thiel.
2019?
Yeah, just
so he
'cause-
could be an Opus Dei or whatever he's probably associated with his little cult crap, lecturing the goddamn Pope about what Jesus Christ thinks. Just get a grip. Anyway.
Yeah, also referencing World War II is a subtle admission that Vietnam wasn't a righteous war.
Yeah.
Side of the Americans who liberated France from the Nazis? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated Holocaust camps and liberated those innocent people from, those who had survived the Holocaust? I certainly think the answer is yes, and I agree. Jesus Christ does not. I agree. Jesus Christ certainly does not support genocide. Whoever yelled that out from the dark, he certainly does not. I think that's pretty easy.
Because
I
it's
think
not
it's
real.
a pretty easy principle.
Brian, come on.
Okay,
Disrespectful.
so here's a guy. Let me just say this. This is a guy. No.
Okay, we can pause
First
it
of all-
there because the crowd starts booing. J.D. Vance continues to lecture him on the godliness of certain wars because.
And what he accepts the Pope will do.
Yeah, I'm shocked that this is the administration's posture. Pete Hegseth has a Crusades tattoo and was caught chanting "Kill all Muslims" at a bar. So they view this as a holy war, as we talk about how it's really the Iranian regime and all of their kind of religious fervor that's making them so irrational. Here, let's double tap a girls' school and commit countless atrocities. Now, this continued for a little bit, and the heckler came back for more, which I could not appreciate more.
So if you want, sir, to complain about what happened in Gaza, why don't you complain about Joe Biden and the last administration? We're the administration that solved that problem.
Oh, you solved it.
Sorry, this is actually a really important point.
Yes.
And this is reported that the reason that the ceasefire happened when it did was so both the Democrats and the Republicans could claim credit for it. And flacks like J.D. Vance and his counterparts in the Democratic Party have said this was actually Joe Biden that did it, or actually Trump actually did it. Israel did that to give both of these sides a bone to chew on.
100%. We know this from how Netanyahu was meeting with Trump periodically prior to the 2024 election. Do you not think that he understood that Biden was so weak and captured ideologically by Zionism that he could elongate this as long as possible to hurt the part of the one party in this country that has a constituency that's actually activated on the anti-war left for anti-genocide purposes, that he could hurt that political party, get Trump in power, and give him this win of the ceasefire, which, by the way, Israel has violated almost every single day since it was agreed to in the fall. You don't think that was a part of the political calculation so he could sit up there and cynically, smugly say, we ended this? They're literally selling off the real estate with the bodies of hundreds of thousands of people unaccounted for under rubble, babies crushed, to Trump's son-in-law. And Israel is ethnically cleansing Lebanon right now.
And the Iran thing, this is all part of the same issue, which is the construction of greater Israel.
Yeah.
The Gaza stuff and everything we're seeing with Iran, and J.D. Vance's administration just helped them chew off the bigger part, which was Iran. Because if it wasn't for us going to war with Iran right now, Israel wouldn't be so free to go at Lebanon.
Let's keep going.
And by the way, not only was our administration like the administration that solved the problem, but the president.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Right now, you see more humanitarian aid coming into Gaza than it has any time in the past 5 years.
That's a lie.
Because we have taken that situation seriously. And that's one of the things that I'm proud of about our administration is whether it's there or Thailand and Cambodia, we have consistently tried as much as we can to solve these problems, not just complain about them like the guy who just ran away angry.
Oh, yeah, just complaining, the guy who just ran away. All right, you're the vice president, but go on Theo Von and clutch your pearls a little bit more when he tries to like tepidly ask you about that genocide that you're in favor of, or that you're supporting actively. So smug, it's unbelievable.
I mean, he's a genocide denier.
Yes.
The thing saying Jesus, I think Jesus would be against genocide. You are going to hell. By your, understanding.
Yes, you are killing children, J.D. Vance, as that brave person said in the crowd. And he's lying about the aid. We just had Dr. Tarek Loubani on for a very difficult interview that people should still check out if they can. I know we've clipped it recently, and I'd love for people to share it. But Loubani had said to us that the only aid that had been, or medical supplies that had come in was around 6 weeks ago because somebody was able to bribe the son of an Israeli commander or something like that, or someone, a family member of an Israeli commander. And that they're still not letting in baby formula or any pain medication. And he was operating on a little girl with her intestines outside of her without any pain medication. And that he had to make the choice between two children who both had severe injuries, and he chose the girl with the intestines that were falling out, and then they both died, and he had to bear that. That's what's actually happening in Gaza right now. They're striking camps and tents. So yeah, you're killing children, starving children, and you're selling the land and participating in an ethnic cleansing campaign. And look, in terms of a political constituency for Palestinian liberation, it's always going to come from the left. But I am still immensely grateful that there are actually still true Christians out there that may have views that I don't agree with and believe things that I don't agree with, that understand that they need to call out this administration for its complicity in these atrocities.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.